So, does everyone know why we came here tonight?
Cookies?
Which is not fit, by the way.
Do you know why you came here tonight?
To remember, like, holiday baskets is one part. Marketing, like, yeah, there's a few things on there.
Who knows why you came here tonight?
To build our business.
Orange team.
I'm not national to learn.
Okay. We're going to learn. Does anyone
sorry.
know why they came here tonight?
I want to make more money.
Because we chose to?
You chose to. Why?
To make more money.
Why are you an at-works distributor? Or why did you come here with someone that invited you? Why are you here?
Go ahead, tell me.
Anyone?
To learn and help other people.
To learn and help other people. Those are your personal goals. That's your why. What I'm getting at is your why. Why is your why? Why are you here? Why are you building this business? Denise is going to talk to you about ways that you can develop your why.
Well, and I think that that knowing your motivation, knowing your why is key when you're starting a business like this, because that's what it is. It's self-motivated. There's nobody here telling you what to do, telling you the next steps. I mean, obviously there's support, but really the business is going to make it or break it according to you and the efforts that you put into it. So understanding why you decided to come tonight, why you decided to join a business like this is first step. It's the key. Where does your why come from? There's a lot of different reasons why people decide to do something like this, and a lot of reasons why people decide their own personal goals in general. Most of the time, your why or your goals is born out of a struggle that you've had, either in your past or currently, stuck in a dead-end job where you don't like where you're going every day. A struggle that you had in your past in the sense of, you had a hard time making ends meet as a kid, that kind of thing, and you want that to change. Or sometimes your why is for me, or I really love helping people and I want to, I was helped as a child or I was helped as an adult and I want to be able to give back in that way. So we're not necessarily just talking about surface type goals, we're really talking about the core of what drives you. Is it born out of a blessing, born out of a struggle? Really start thinking about where that comes from. Because when things get hard and it's snowy and cold and you don't want to go to your party, or another party cancels or something happens and you're feeling frustrated or struggling, you want to go back to that. What brought you here? Because that's really what's going to push you in those next steps. Not only is that something we want you to think about today, but we also want you to talk about it with your sponsor. Because what happens when I'm feeling down, Cammie calls me and says, hey, what brought you to this business, right? You don't want to be at your job. You're not satisfied there. This is what you want to be doing. And let's encourage and remind your teammates and remind you of what brought you in. So I have wonderful 3x5 cards, right? Because this is what we do. We don't just talk about it. We have to write it down. Verbalizing your goal sometimes makes it a little more powerful. And yes, these are the ones I bring with me everywhere. So I'm going to pass these around, and I want you to take one, whether you decide what your goal or what your motivation is going to be tonight, or you think about it and ponder about it for the next couple of days. Put this somewhere where you'll see it every day. It may sound silly, but whether it's in your car or your office or your bathroom mirror, put it where you'll see it to constantly remind you of what your motivation is.
And we're going to go through some ideas. I'm going to write some up here on the board. So just hearing somebody else's might inspire that in you too. So you want me to help you pass those out? We can get those. Does everybody have a pen, or does anyone need one? Borrow your neighbors. And then whatever you have, just pass them back up. So does anyone have a really strong, passionate why that they've thought of now that we've talked about this a little bit? A real strong why. Carrie.
I have 4 teenagers, 2 of them are in college, and I
Oh.
would love for them not to be in debt.
Perfect. College. It's expensive. College. So you like to be able to pay for kids. And that goes even deeper than just paying for your kids, because you want to relieve them of that burden that maybe you had when you went to college and paying student loans. We know how that is. So if we can help our kids in that way, that's a great why. Your why has to really come from your heart. It can't be, like Denise said, just a superficial, I need some extra money for Christmas. You're not going to last in this business if you have a short-term why. So your why has to be right from your heart. Anybody else? Kim.
Although if somebody tells you that's their why, you know about how much effort you're going to put into them, right? That's what I love about talking to your upline about it, is if they're little serious, then you'll know. If they're big serious, then you'll know. And that why will tell you. But my why, I want to share my why, especially because I'm holding one of my 3 whys right here with me. I worked 60 to 80 hours a week teaching and coaching basketball, and I made a very little bit of money. And I wanted to teach not for the money, for the helping of others and the kids. But I realized I couldn't even help my own kids if I didn't start thinking a little bit about their future and how we might better provide for that. So my why was to be a stay-at-home mom and to allow my husband to be a stay-at-home dad and still provide the lifestyle we wanted for our kids and be able to help others at the same time.
I get this a lot in my business. A lot of moms will say to me, I want to be able to stay home with my kids. And that's powerful, because that comes straight from their heart, and they're willing to do anything for their kids. So if you have a lady that says to you, I really want to stay home with my kids, help that lady, because she really does. That's her heart's desire, is to stay home with her kids. Maybe she only needs an extra $200 to $500 a month. And you all know, because I know a lot of you in here, that is very easy to do with this business. Anybody else?
I need to help myself to be able to help my kids get out of debt for college.
So would it still be in college or get out of debt?
Both, because I need to help myself first before
Okay.
I'm able to
So
help
for
them.
you want to get yourself out of debt. That will free up extra money for them. Okay. Debt, that's a big one for people. Anybody else want to get rid of debt?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Yeah. Okay.
For me, it's self-worth and contributing to my family. Having a sense of financial freedom, being able to travel with them and show them the world.
Okay. So contribute. And there's all kinds of things we can contribute to as society in general. And I would say that knowing your why and knowing what you're going to contribute to, those are the 2 most important things that you can establish in your mind to be successful in this business. Knowing why you're doing it for yourself, and then how are you going to contribute back to society and the world? What are you going to give back? Because this is a business about helping other people, and the more you help other people, I think Cammie sent that out in her email this week, your paycheck is going to be a direct proportion of how much you've helped somebody else. It works that way across the board in this company. So establishing the why first, and then how are you going to contribute or help somebody else? Good. Ready?
To help other people get healthy, to do something I love.
To help other people get healthy.
Be a physical trainer and help people
Yeah.
get healthy.
I heard something else in there too. You said, do something I love. A lot of times people join a business like this to have something that's kind of theirs, to have an outlet, to have a reason to get around fun women and do something different.
Anybody else? Are you having, or is it coming to you now? Are you able to write down a good why? Yeah.